Georgia, the land of peaches, pride, and possibility. From the Blue Ridge Mountains to the golden coast of Savannah, this state carries a rich history and culture that continues to shape the soul of the South. But this ain't about Georgia. This about Atlanta, a city of rhythm, resilience, and renovation. From the beats that shaped Southern hip-hop to the culture that defines Black excellence, this city holds a legacy that pulses through every street and soul.
There's stuff to do here. Like, it's a city, like, you have a lot of opportunities.
From the music to the traffic.
Potholes and the traffic. Traffic down here is bad.
I'll say the traffic.
Yeah, the traffic sucks. But the food is fire.
I think about all the wing places.
The food.
So you can get your platter of large fries and lemon pepper wings.
Stay hungry as fuck. JJ's.
JJ's fish and chips. Saying lemon fried chicken. Burrito tacos. Real tacos.
Real tacos. I love a good burrito taco. Yeah. JJ's.
Food in Atlanta isn't just about the taste. It's about tradition, community, and celebrating the cultures that make this city unforgettable. Now let's get into the music. The hip hop. ATL is the cradle of sound, a city where music flows as naturally as the streets twist and turn. From the pioneers of Outkast to the trap queens and kings redefining hip hop, ATL isn't just on the map. It shaped the world's soundtrack, especially when 3 Stacks said this.
But it's like this though. I'm tired of folks, you know what I'm saying? Them closed-minded folks, you know what I'm saying? It's like we got a demo tape and nobody want to hear it, but it's like this, the South got something to say. That's all I got to say.
The city's music scene became a movement. It wasn't just a sound. It was a cultural reset. Freaknik was a sound of the South. Bass booming from every car, DJs turning up the vibe, and the anthems that made the pavement shake. It was a crazy experience for those who were there. From the music to the dancing to the gold chains to the custom whips, Freaknik was an experience.
All right, y'all, we here to talk about Atlanta. I grew up here. I was born in Georgia Baptist. So I am definitely an ATLian. Please understand when they say you come on vacation, you leave on probation. That is one of the most accurate things ever. I've known people to come here on vacation and leave on some papers. Okay, I grew up right outside of Atlanta, Decatur, where it's greater. We have some of the best spots as far as museums, clubs, lounges. You definitely have some nice steakhouses. The food scene. As far as soul food goes, back in the day, we used to be able to go to Busy Bees. I remember my parents taking us to Chantrell's, Al's Pizza. So, you know, back in the day, we most definitely had some food that you would enjoy. We definitely had clubs like Prime Time, Club Chocolate, Chit Chat, and of course, you know, we had the famous Freaknik. You know, I wasn't personally old enough to go to Freaknik, but I definitely remember being in the car while me, my parents, my siblings are trying to get through the traffic of Freaknik and just looking over and watching what was going on, and it was definitely a time to be had.
Man, there's so much to really talk about when you're talking about Atlanta and the culture, the experience growing up, man, from the foods, the original American Deli in South DeKalb Mall, you know what I'm saying, before they ventured out to all of the locations. And you had Hodges down on Candler Road, Miss Ann's Ghetto Burgers, man, all types of mom and pop food stores. And then you talk about the nightlife, man, anything going on in Buckhead, multiple clubs, you just walking down the street, walking in and out of them. Then, man, you had Compound, you had Central Station, you had Frequency, you had Echelon on the east side, man, you had multiple clubs on the west side. It's too many to remember, You had all of the music festivals that will be held downtown at Centennial Park. I mean, man, the list goes on and on, man. It was a good time to be alive back then, I tell you the truth.
So we had plenty of fun back in the day. In grade school, people used to go outside. Everybody played, football, basketball, baseball in the yard, in the street, throw up tackle. In middle school, we used to go, and the skating rink was the place to be. Golden Glide, Cascade. We had a bunch of skating rinks. That was a place to, if you want to, a preteen want to meet, kind of talk and, meet a chick or a dude, girlfriend, boyfriend. That's where you would meet them at. High school, we had a lot of fun. I went to SWD, so I was the Cavs, so we had a great band. Bands was really big in the Metro Atlanta area. We had, football. If you from the South, old Atlanta, everybody loved football. They'll come out, in the cold weather, hot weather, it don't matter. We show up, show out. Coming up through, as a teenager, of course, we had little teenage clubs, Nike Pavilion, the Warehouse, and then coming up, and graduating high school into adulthood, we had, of course, clubs. That was the big thing. Everybody wanted to come to Atlanta. Of course, they got the strip joints, and of course, they got regular clubs like 112, Velvet Room, Kaya, Visions. So, Atlanta, we had a good time, man.
Welcome to Atlanta, where the players play. Hey, FILA, forever I love Atlanta. Now, was I born in Grady? No, I am not a Grady baby, but I was born in Georgia. And I was born outside of Atlanta, about 15 minutes. And I grew up in Ellenwood, Georgia, and attended Cedar Grove High School, home of the Saints. But we all know that once you're in Atlanta, you from Atlanta, you Atlanta forever, right? Don't matter what school you went to, no matter if you was east side, west side, north side, west side, we all one when it comes to Atlanta. So I grew up in the days of Jermaine Dupri, Escape, Outkast, all those fun people I grew up with. I remember going to Underground Atlanta, the Braves at the old stadium over there off Capitol Avenue. I attended Georgia State. I am a Falcons fan forever and a Bulldogs fan forever. FILA, forever I love Atlanta.
Definitely the culture. I feel like just all the icons that I've grew up here and made a statement here. Every time I look around, I just see all of their inspiration around me, whether it's on a mural or when someone's driving by with their car, Bluetoothing some rap music. It's just all around me, and I just love the culture, the art, the music that has been derived here.
I think downtown, so it depends on the artist. Like, I be thinking about music, Midtown, all that. Freaknik.
Since it's like one of the big cities, I guess, it's stuff to do here. There's stuff to do here. Like, it's a city, like, you have a lot of opportunities to, like, do stuff like this, like, be in shoots and shit. Like, we have a city like that. Like, I think that's cool.
I guess I love the fact that, like, even though Atlanta seems so big, at the same time it's really small. So it's like someday you might think you've seen all of Atlanta, but then you just like randomly discover something new.
It got to be the culture. I love the culture down here. It's so diverse. You see so many different people, so many different styles. It's like a mixture of everything. So, yeah.
The culture. I just love how so many people can be from different backgrounds and get together. I love that.
The graffiti, the art, the people, sometimes, not all the time.
The nightlife. I love going out. I love the concerts and the parties. I love it. I love it all.
The amount of black people. Every time, even when I was growing, I thought it was like this everywhere. I thought it was black people just succeeding in life and being excellent everywhere. And when I went out the city, saw Georgia, saw everywhere else, it's not the same. When they say Atlanta is the black mecca, they're not lying.
My favorite thing about Atlanta is the culture here. The culture is very beautiful, from the hip hop to the R&B. Just everything about Atlanta. East side,
Is the diverse cultures that come to Atlanta. You can go to different parts and see a whole different group of people.
everything that Atlanta has to offer, and like everything that you can do in Atlanta.
Swing it over here, shout it.